Kia ora, welcome back. So this afternoon, early afternoon session in today, which is always nice. Just did some bench pressing, so 4 rounds, flat bench, 10 reps, that's 60 kilos on the bar there. And then I move into some double kettlebell held in the rack position step-ups, 15 each leg. Used 2 odd kettlebells, so a 16 kilo and a 12 kilo. That's because I don't have pairs of any of my kettlebells. I've got one 24, one 16 kilo and one 12 kilo kettlebell. So yeah, just 15 step-ups of these on each leg. And then the next, so 4 rounds of these total. I do this round normal, then I've uploaded a time shift one. I've just done one of each round rather than doing all 4. And then I've done one of each round for the next lot of 4 rounds, which is again bench press, flat bench press at 70 kilos, 10 reps again, and then holding the 2 odd kettlebells and just doing a farmer's carry step up, and that time 20 step ups each leg. So I've done a normal time or normal speed clip and then a time shift one of these first 4 rounds, and then same again on the other one with the 70 kilos and then the farmer's carry step ups, one at normal speed and then the other one in the time shift. So I'll let those play along and then do a voiceover on the last part, which will be the carries at 50 kilos on the safety squat bar. And then here we're into the first round, I think it is, of the 4 sets again, 10 reps, flat bench press at 70 kilos, and then I go into the farmer's carry step-ups. Huge difference in terms of being able to breathe, in terms of being a bit more comfortable than those first 4 rounds where you're holding the kettlebells in the rack position. Definitely feel it in the arms and in the chest and lungs. I think I talk about that at the end, but the farmer's carry step up version much friendlier on the arms for starters and on the chest and the breathing. So it was good to get through these 4 rounds, and then the last part will be the carries and the walking backwards and forwards for around about, I think it ended up being a little bit over 10 minutes. But anyway, I'll jump to that and do a bit of a voiceover on that one. And here we're into the walking forwards and backwards, so just taking the safety squat bar with the 15 kilo plates either side off the rack, so 50 kilos total if the bar itself is 20 kilos, I'm pretty sure it is, and just walking forwards and backwards up and down the driveway, holding on to the invisible selfie stick for the Insta360, and yeah, it took a little bit of time for me to do the editing with the keyframing and all that sort of stuff, so I probably didn't save myself as much time as I would have liked, or didn't get a chance to do as much other work as I would have liked, just because I'm still not the quickest when it comes to the editing and all that sort of stuff on the videos. But I enjoyed it anyway, and it was nice to have a bit of sun out this afternoon while getting some training in. So anyway, that's about it. It's a pretty simple session, pretty boring. Looked like I'd nearly lost my balance there, and I nearly hit this barbell, so thankfully I didn't whack the back of my calf. That was lucky. I decided to not go back so far. I think I started using the doorway to the home and the yellow lid rubbish bin as my markers or as my guides. Didn't walk all the way out to the fence line of the driveway, just because didn't feel I needed to. Didn't want all the eyes staring down the driveway, although there were a couple when they drove past coming from my left to right as you look at me there. But otherwise, enjoyed the session. Good to get some movement in. Knee feels really good, so just going to continue to take my time with it, not being like I'd really love to start running but I'm not going to push it just yet. Probably at least another couple of weeks, maybe even longer, and just really try to get that knee of mine, my left knee, strengthened right up. I haven't had any issues with my right knee, and so I'd like to be able to get to the stage whereby my left knee is feeling sweet as, and not having the tweaks and the injuries that it has been having in recent times. So anyway, happy that I can still get some movement in, that I can walk reasonably normally, and that it's pain-free on the step-ups and the other types of movements. So anyway, if you stuck around this long, appreciate you. I won't worry about doing a wrap-up now, because I do a wrap-up at the end after this. So take care wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next video. Alright, that's that. That's the training done for this afternoon, early afternoon, so good to get that done and out of the way so I can get some more work done with the reactions and some bookings and other bits and pieces, some other reach outs to people and to places for hopefully future content. But nice and simple, knees going good, just wanted to get some upper body in again, trying to work on my bench pressing actually. So what was it, first so did 4 rounds, I know I filmed in normal time one of the rounds and then did some time shifting for the other rounds, so just 10 bench press 60 kilos and then 15 each side step ups, 15 each leg stepping up, with 2 kettlebells, odd kettlebells. One was a 16 kilo and the other one's a 12 kilo kettlebell. So in the rack position, keeping the hands in that here touching close together, not resting them on the shoulders but keeping them in here. Definitely feel it on the in your arms, but also in the breathing and the chest. So 15 of those each leg, 4 rounds of that. Then the next round was flat bench again. I added on a 5 each side, so still 10 reps, 70 kilos, and then just farmers holding the same 2 kettlebells, the 16 and the 12, and 20 step ups each leg that time. 4 rounds of that, and then it was just 10 minutes, nice and easy, just walking up and down the driveway with I've packed it up now, but I had the what's the name, the safety squat bar with a 15 kilo plate either side, and just walk backwards and forwards. The goal was just to walk for 10 minutes with regards to walking up and down the driveway. So I did some filming with it, first few minutes just holding the holding this camera, the selfie stick, as I walked forwards and backwards. So walking forwards and then just walking backwards, did that for about 10 minutes. It might have been a little bit over by the time I finished ginning around and then putting the camera off to the side, and then filmed the last lot in time shifting. Just walking backwards and forwards. So that's it for this afternoon, early afternoon session, and time to get into some more work. So if you stuck around this long, thank you very much for your time and your support as always. And with that being said, as always, the message is the same. Anybody going through any hard times, difficulties, challenges, know that they are only temporary, that they will not last. So keep turning up, keep staying in the fight. Know that the sun will shine again, just like it is here in Te Whanganui a Tarapone ke Poriroa, Aotearoa, Wellington, New Zealand. So the sun will shine again. So stick at it, keep turning up. Better days are ahead, better days are closer than you think. So as always, go always a little further. Remember, who dares wins and who cares wins. And until the next video, there's a big mana wave coming from me to you, filled with my aroha, respect, appreciation and gratitude for you all.